Welcome back to another episode of the Golden Impact. It is your girl, Ruby. April is such a great month. If you haven't tuned in already to our 24 karat countdown of the CEO's birthday, very excited as always. Make sure you tune in, make sure you book your 360, and let's get into why we're here today. We have some people near and dear to our hearts, and soon near and dear to your hearts. We have Coach Mason and Miss Ebony Mason in the building. Let's find out who they are, what they do, and why they're here today. Hello and welcome. How y'all doing today?
Doing
Doing
good.
well. How are you?
I'm well. I'm so happy y'all made it. So happy y'all here.
I'm happy to be here.
Y'all look good. It's the coordination. I love
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
nice.
you.
It's nice. Vintage. People know vintage as, wine that's created, high quality. What is vintage? What does vintage mean to you?
Vintage is Vintage Warriors basketball.
Okay.
It's old school Stella
Right.
player basketball. So that's what it means to me.
And how did you come up with vintage, or where did it come from?
It came from me playing ball. I
Okay.
started playing ball years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing this over 30 years.
What
I've
position?
been playing guard.
Guard.
Yeah.
I was center, make a baby in the paint.
Wow.
To be a center, you gotta be 6'11".
Okay, but
I'm only
like
6'3".
I mean in like high school, when everybody else was shorter than me.
I got you.
So it started, you was playing basketball, and then what? You want to go
Well,
pro? What happened?
No, it came from me playing basketball.
Okay.
But today I'm seeing the youth, they're not getting a chance out here. So I figured let me open up a program so these kids could get a chance, a fair chance.
Wow.
We're playing competitive basketball.
Right. I like that. And so, it's two of you here. How does vintage relate to you?
I handle the clerical work, so
Okay.
I'm more of like the administrative,
The
behind the scenes. I'm
Right.
the brains of the operation.
Go ahead. Go ahead then.
If we're gonna say that.
Right.
But like my dad said, Vintage Warriors basketball, we pretty much focus on the developmental of the kids. We're not favoriting one player over the other. We just want to see them grow and unlock their true potential.
Okay.
Yes.
And so I heard you hint on the fact that you said your father, your pops. Now, is this a partnership? What's really going on? Because
this is a family business.
This is a family
It's more than a
business.
partnership.
It's more than a partnership. More than two people. It's giving
it's
a three. It's three family. Okay, members. Hi, hey grandma, I love you. Shout out. Working with family is not easy. Y'all already know we got our engineer going. We keep it as tight as we can. Communication is key. What can you really give people maybe looking in some advice on how to work with family members? And how do you two keep it going?
Business is business and playtime is playtime. If he says something needs to be done, I gotta get it done.
Right.
He doesn't really give me a time frame, but I know the time.
I mean, it's easy for me because I just feel like everybody, serve a purpose. So my thing is just let you do what you got to do. Let me do what I got to do, and then just easy.
Right. It comes together. It works out.
Yeah.
We also have somebody in the building that is tied into Vintage Warriors as well, right?
Yes.
Let's bring him on in, a gentleman, Nicholas. How do you relate to Vintage, and what do you love about it?
I relate to Vintage because I'm a player, and like I let them do their part of the business, and then I just show up and just play the game.
You just show up and do what you gotta do.
Business on the court.
Yeah. And what I love about Vintage is that I can just play. I got the opportunity to play and showcase my skills about to all these coaches and stuff and other players.
Yeah. And so with Vintage, what if you didn't have Vintage? How do you think things would be different?
It'll be harder because a lot of coaches don't give a lot of guys chances and stuff.
Really?
To play. Yeah. And then with Vintage, I can play my game how I want to play. I don't gotta freeze up and nothing.
Right. As y'all can see it here, we want to, shout out Nicholas on his, first debut of many. Okay. And just before he heads out, what do you really love about the game in itself? We have clips here. We see you doing your thing. This is not ordinary. It's giving excellence. What do you really love about the game?
It's more just playing. You just meet new people and just playing and encouraging your teammates and lifting them up, even if they feel they're doing bad. You can just lift them up and teach them more about it too. Like it's not about just playing.
Right.
And you just like you can learn more like skill sets about stuff.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is you're coachable.
Yeah,
You know,
coachable.
you love to lead and, you know, set people in the right direction, not just for yourself, but it seems like the team is giving team player. Well, thank you, Nicholas, for coming by and letting us know how vintage impacts your life.
Subscribe to Golden Impact.
Period. Y'all, at any age, I just want to point this out. At any age, young, seasoned, it don't matter what age you are. If you have a voice, you are always welcomed with the Golden Impact. You're always welcome to be heard because who knows? You will always get an opportunity. So with that opportunity, take it, run with it, and just be great. So with that special clip from Nicholas, we want to thank him again. If y'all know Nicholas, make sure y'all go and support him every game he's in. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram right below. Just to now provide the opposite side. Now, the more business side, the number side, or just to educate people on how to incorporate a nonprofit businesses. We have a lot of people who do like LLCs and sole proprietorships. So you guys are the first nonprofit that we have. Can y'all just educate our audience on what it means to be a nonprofit organization?
What it means to be a nonprofit organization. It means you're going to spend a lot of your money on your vision. But we will accept donations from any and all at all times.
Right.
It's just in the beginning when nobody knows you. They just want to see what you're doing, what you're about first. Right. Until they see that, you're going to be going in your own pocket.
Right.
So this is something that you really got to truly believe in and something that you really want to do.
Right.
Especially with what my father was saying with spending your own money, you have to calculate everything. So every money that's spent, we make sure we write it down. Where we're spending it, we take little trips with the boys, we write that down. Spend it on gas, write that down. Tournament fees, write that down.
So it's always bookkeeping.
Yes,
yeah.
of course.
Always.
Yes.
Okay, so we heard about the non-portion, but now about the profit, because when people do donate, that is a profit. So now what happens with that?
It's tax deductible. We are a
501c3.
Yes.
Recognized, official. You got to still report taxes yearly to let the government know still that you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Everybody,
you know,
report your taxes.
You have to.
Yeah.
Even though you're not making money, you still have to report to the government so they can see that you still a real business out here. So when you start getting these donations, then they see that you're a reliable company. You got people out here doing shade business also.
Right.
So they taking donations and just doing what they want with it.
Right.
So.
And that's not what we're about. We'll take the donations. It's tax deductible. So you'll get your receipt. We'll provide the EIN number, which is the employee identification number.
Right.
And then you can take that next tax return, and that's a write-off. Easy for you, easy for us.
So when we get the funds in, what we like to do, our boys, I like to keep them on a competitive circuit.
Yes.
Meaning we don't run from the top ranked teams.
Okay.
Because I want them to get the most exposure that they can.
Right.
Because I want them to get to the next level. And that's why they join our organization. So I have a lot of kids that's being looked over, and they could join the regular team, but these kids are too competitive. And my thing is, I want them out there against the Adidas, the Nike, you know, the New Balance teams.
Right.
So this is where the money go. Right. Because to get in those tournaments, you pay more. The average tournament is $700. So, and if that's not local, now you have to also think travel expenses, hotel, you know, eating. These boys like to eat.
Right.
These are athletes.
Boys on top of athletes. Right.
So that's where the money go.
Right. So it's all incorporated right back into the business in itself, into these young men.
Yes.
That's empowerment in itself. I don't know about y'all, but I feel empowered. Okay. And so what is the purpose of Vintage? I feel like you have these boys, but where did they come from? Are you expanding? What is on the up and up when it comes to Vintage Warriors basketball?
Well, answer, you could answer it
answer it. What's
first.
your
I'll go second.
What's your
I don't want to
mission?
take over the interview.
No,
So you answer it now. And
It's y'all
I'll
interview. It's all to take over.
I've been talking a lot.
It's your mission. You say the
I
mission
understand.
statement.
Vintage is life skills through basketball. So I'm teaching these kids life skills.
Right.
From the beginning, I started this team from rec ball in 6th grade. 7th grade, I put together a travel team.
Mm-hmm.
Start with the kids I had.
Okay.
So my purpose is to see these kids off to college, D1, D2, D3.
Right.
I can't promise
right.
anything, but my goal is to get all of my kids to college, any level.
Wow.
Because once they make it to that level, then they could do other things in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then after that, I'm going to open it up more. I'm going to have a grade school team,
okay,
middle school team, and high school team.
Okay. So these young men, they're starting off on teams to then dabble into life experiences that they have and then sending them off to college. So it's a whole mentorship in itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Plus consulting.
Right. Mentorship, consulting, management.
Everything.
Everything. Ooh.
Everything in one.
4 for 4. All in one.
With the basketball.
With basketball.
Right.
Through
With
basketball.
That basketball can do all of that.
You know what I mean? What's this called, Nicholas? What's this called? I love that. And now coming down from the climax, once again, we are so happy y'all done came out because this is what coming from where?
Georgia.
Georgia. Flew in.
Yes.
Don't. Okay. The Golden Impact is nationwide. Okay. So how can we now support Vintage Warriors basketball? How can people donate? What can people look forward to? Give us that plug.
Okay, so you can go on our website, which is vintagewarriorsbasketball.com. Hit the donation button, which is underneath our contact information tab. Click that. Email us directly at vintageball@gmail.com, or you can give us a call. Talk a number.
And like, I don't want to belong to a Nike and Adidas and all that, but I do want to crush them when I get in the gym. Right. And I want these kids to see that we strong enough to beat these kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the more you do that, the more we taking away from the big corporations, Nike and all of them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, my focus is to stay independent.
Listen, comment below if you're an athlete. Comment below if you love basketball. Comment below if y'all want to see Vintage win. Comment below if you enjoyed this episode. We about to head out, but just give us a few more plugs and ways that people can not only, help out, but, maybe even sponsor you guys in the way that you want to be sponsored.
For sponsorships, just email us at vintagewarriorsbball@gmail.com, or you can visit us through our website, which is vintagewarriorsbasketball.com. Just submit a form on our contact information tab.
Love, love, love it. So it's giving Vintage Warriors basketball, it's giving athlete, it's giving mentorship, it's giving consultation, it's giving management, it's giving family.
Yes.
I'm so happy. Y'all are really doing it, and I'm so grateful that you guys were able to make it out. So I appreciate y'all for coming in. Absolutely. Always a pleasure. Family go the long way, strong way. If y'all have any questions or comments, definitely reach out to us at _the Golden Impact, as well as straight to Vintage Warriors Basketball. And y'all know we had to bring in the whole family for the end, because guess what? Not even guess what, because y'all know what. The TLC, the tender love and care, that's what everyone needs. But the SLC, subscribe, like, comment, and y'all already know. Bang that bell for the next episode. We'll catch y'all real soon.